Good evening, everyone. Hope all of you are able to see and hear me. Welcome to Spark Academy's JEE1 revision series. So, in the next couple of weeks, we'll be taking up various concepts in maths, physics, and chemistry. All the important chapters, whatever we need to discuss in terms of the exam point of view, we'll be discussing with you. So today, I'm going to take up quadratic equations chapter as a part of Algebra-1. So this week I'm planning to discuss topics in algebra. So the first topic which I'm going to take up today will be quadratic equations. I'm Yashasvi Santosh. I'm one of the directors of Spark Academy. I also take maths classes. So let's get into the chapter. So firstly, new students who haven't downloaded our app, you can download our app here in the name of Spark Academy. So firstly, let's talk about the important chapters which you have to prepare for your JEE1. So as you have around 15 to 20 days left for your examination. So these are the maths topics which I want you all to revise and be thorough. If you're able to do this, you will be at least be able to solve 15 to 18 questions out of 25 if you tackle these chapters. And of course, this in combination with one or two other chapters like matrices, which I did mention it here. But these are the three main chapters in algebra which we would be taking up. So I'm going to start more of quadratic equations today. Because last 3 years, if you see the recency factor, quadratic equations, lot of questions have been asked in quadratic equations. At least you are getting 1 to 2 questions in quadratic equations, 2 to 3 questions complex numbers, 1 or 2 questions in binomial theorem. Quadratic equations, they are also giving you in combination with complex numbers as well. So this is why I wanted to start with algebra. And also quadratic equations generally last 3 years, 4 years trend, they are only giving easy to medium level questions. Hardly any difficult question was asked. I think in one of the years they combined one probability concept with quadratic equations. That was about it. But the rest of the questions are easy medium questions only. So most of them are, on the basic concepts of roots of the equation in quadratic equation, on the basis of roots and nature of roots. Some are, infinite series questions. And number of solutions based. So this is how, these are the types of models which they are asking in quadratic equations. So I'll try to show you various previous year questions. We'll take it up today and we'll use that as the focal point and we'll try to discuss these questions. Right? So far so good, I hope, everyone. Good evening, Vishnu. Good evening, everyone. So I want all of you to settle down quickly so that we can get into the thick of things. Now let's talk about few basics of quadratic equations. Again, this I'm hoping most of you, any average student should know. So any quadratic equation, the name itself says the maximum power will be 2, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the general quadratic equation which can be used. Now in this quadratic equation, you have various types. To find out the nature of the roots, you need to find out the discriminant delta, which is nothing but b square minus 4ac. So basically, if this b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0, then they are said to be real roots. If this b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then they are said to be imaginary roots. Now basically, to find out roots of this equation, x can be written as minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is how you can find out the roots. And now the logic is self-explanatory here. So because this is under a square root, so you know that when a term is inside a square root, it should always be greater than or equal to 0. Otherwise, it becomes imaginary. So when we talk about imaginary roots, under root of minus 1 is nothing but I. So this is your imaginary root. So far, I hope some of this part is clear to you. Everybody, any doubts so far in your quadratic equations? Can I have some quick comments, whether it's clear or not? Okay, great, wonderful. So let's move ahead uh, with the next concept. So this is the imaginary part. Again, if my roots are alpha and beta, you know it's a quadratic equation. So since the power is 2, you'll have 2 roots. If it's a cubic equation, you'll have 3 roots, so on and so forth. So if alpha and beta are said to be roots, then you have fundamental concept like sum of the roots, alpha plus beta minus b by a, product of the roots, alpha into beta, which is nothing but c by a. So using these, we try to solve various problems in this. And as I already told you, in imaginary, root of minus 1, we consider it to be I, and this is how you find the roots. One more thing you need to know is, suppose you have conjugate numbers. So this is the conjugate concept. Suppose you have imaginary roots. Suppose if you have a plus ib as one of the root, the other root will be its conjugate, which is a minus ib. So conjugate is nothing but if you replace the imaginary part with minus I. If you replace I with minus I, you will get the conjugate basically. So if they give you in the question a plus ib is one root, we can automatically write a minus ib is the other root. So if this is alpha, this becomes beta, or if this is alpha, this becomes beta. So basically these are some of the fundamental concepts, the basic ground rules which we will use to solve the questions today. So I hope all the concepts are clear, and if you want, you can make a quick note of them. I hope all of you are making running notes while watching the videos, and if you have followed this, then I think we can move on to the next part, which is solving the problem. So what I've done is I've picked up various previous year questions from various study materials, and I'll be discussing those questions today in these concepts only, whatever we learned today. So let's get started with the problems. Before that, this is just a view of our app for the new students for the benefit. And again, in our Telegram channel, we are sharing all the videos. So if you just open our Telegram and just type Spark Academy online, you'll be able to find our Telegram channel. So every day we are conducting quizzes as well. We are sharing a lot of study materials, and whatever help is required, we are doing that through our Telegram channel. So these are some of the batches which are running. So we have our long-term and regular batches running in all our centers, ECL, Narayanguda and Medipatnam. We have also opened admissions for our short-term batches. So in case, if you require any admissions for you or your friends, short-term admissions are open, and you can contact these numbers given below 8977525461. So I don't want to spend much time on this. And again, many students ask me what are the topics which needs to be focused on. I think I've already shared it with all the Spark Academy students in our community group in our WhatsApp. So I hope all of you received it. This will also be sharing in our Telegram channel today. This complete file will be shared with you. So you can have a look at maths, physics, chemistry, what are chapters you need to focus on just before the exam. So this is the methodology which we follow. We try to make it as personalized as possible along with exercise questions. So in our study hours, we basically focus on the exercise questions, some previous year questions, and we already started with the grand tests. Chapter wise tests will be starting after JEE Mains 2 and every weekend test as well as analysis. So this is about our program so far. Now let's get into the problems straight away. So this is a JEE Mains 2019 question. So let's read the question and let's try to solve the question. If alpha and beta are the roots of the equation x square minus 2x plus 2 equal to 0, then the least value of n for which alpha by beta whole power n is 1 is. So since they did not mention the roots, they gave us the equation. Again, as I told you, this equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So I know that a value is 1 here, b value is minus 2, c value is 2. So what are the roots? Roots minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So what is minus b? Minus of minus 2 will be plus 2. Plus or minus under root of b square is nothing but 4. Minus 4ac is 4 into 2 is nothing but 8. By 2 into 1 is nothing but 2. So 2 plus or minus under root of minus 4 by 2. Now this is interesting because we have a root of minus 4. Now we just saw that under root of minus 1 I can write it as I. Root 4 we can write it as 2. 2 plus or minus 2i by 2, I can cancel 2 everywhere. So my roots are 1 plus or minus I. So one of the root alpha will be 1 plus I, the other root beta is 1 minus I. So alpha is 1 plus I, beta 1 minus I. So this will be 1 plus I by 1 minus I whole power n. So now I can use conjugate. So 1 plus I by 1 minus I can multiply with 1 plus I on both the sides. So in that way I will be getting 1 plus I whole square, and this is a minus b into a plus b form, a square minus b square. So 1 minus I square, root of minus 1 is I, so I square we will get it as minus 1, minus into minus will be plus. So by 2 we will get, this is like a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab we are getting. So I square minus 1 plus 1 cancelled, 2 cancelled. So basically if you have rationalized and simplified this 1 plus I by 1 minus I is nothing but I. So basically now I am getting I power n equals to 1. We know that I square value is minus 1. So I power 4 value will be plus 1. So third option will be the right answer for this. So all I have done is I have used the roots formula to find out alpha and beta. I have substituted, and in order to simplify this I have just rationalized. And once you rationalized and simplified, you got that 1 plus I by 1 minus I. So now from now on any question you see 1 plus I by 1 minus I, you can just replace that with I. The right side down part is very simple, Vishwateja. 1 plus I whole square, I have just expanded this a plus b whole square formula, a square plus b square plus 2ab. Denominator is 2 because I square value we know minus 1, 1 minus of minus 1 will be 2. I square is minus 1, plus 1 cancelled. So we got 2i by 2 basically. 2 got cancelled. It's just expansion, Vishnu Teja. So I hope this is clear, guys. So if you want, I'll write it here as well. 1 square plus I square plus 2I whole divided by 1 minus of minus 1. So 1 plus 1 we will get. Got it, everybody? So this was the first question of the day, JEE Mains 2019 question. So this is a little bit of this rationalizing part. You will see it during complex numbers. And this part you already know, we have seen it today. So this is the first question. I hope all of you are clear. If I get a couple of comments, then I'll move on to the next question. So I hope all of you have followed the first question. Now we'll move on to the second question. So I'll try to discuss 5-6 questions and rest I'll give you homework so that you also can use the concepts which we are learning today and try. Now let's move on to the second question of the day. P and Q belongs to real numbers, but 2 minus root 3 is a root. So if 2 minus root 3 is a root, right, the other root will be 2 plus root 3. It's similar to the conjugates in complex numbers. So if you have 2 minus root 3, the other root will be 2 plus root 3. So again, this I can give it as alpha. This I can give it as beta. So now this is like a quadratic equation now. So I know sum of the roots is nothing but minus b by a. So b value is p here, a value is 1 here, and what are the sum of the roots? 2 minus root 3 plus 2 plus root 3. That means I'm adding them. So root 3 cancel. P value is minus 4 we will get. Now what about Q? Product of the roots. Product of the roots is alpha into beta. That is nothing but C by A. We know the formula. C value here is nothing but Q. A value is 1. Alpha into beta will be 2 minus root 3 into 2 plus root 3. A minus B into A plus B. A square minus B square. So 4 minus 3 is nothing but 1. So Q value is 1. Now I know P value minus 4. I know Q value 1. You can just verify options. You can put P value and Q value in every option. Check whichever is giving you 0. Is it clear, everybody? All of you? So we can go ahead and you can try this. So this is also a pretty simple question. The only thing is again the conjugate concept. If you have plus root, you will get minus root as the. If you have plus root 3, you will get minus root 3. If you have plus I, you will get minus I. So this is how you can solve the second question. So now moving on to the third question of the day. This we have seen similar question in trigonometry. This is in JEE 2006. Kind of old question, but a similar model was asked in one of your mains papers. Latest as well. So again, this is like again ax square plus bx plus c. If you are observing all these three questions, we are using the same thing. Tan 30 and tan 15 are the roots. So alpha is this, beta is this. Now again tell me what is sum of the roots, alpha plus beta, minus b by a, so minus p by 1. Again this is 1, so minus b by a. Product of the roots, alpha beta is nothing but c by a, so that is nothing but q by 1. What is sum of the roots? So tan alpha is tan 30, beta is tan 15. So again same thing, tan 30 into tan 15. Now what is that formula in trigonometry which we can use? Here this is 30, 15. Can I use tan of a plus b formula? What is tan of a plus b? Tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b. So this I can write it as tan of 30 plus 15 which is nothing but tan 30 plus tan 15 by 1 minus tan 30 tan 15. Tan 30 plus tan 15 we know minus p. So tan of 30 plus 15 is tan 45. So tan 45, again this part we already know it, right guys? This is what tan 30 plus tan 15. Tan 30 plus tan 15 is minus p, right? So we can write this as minus p 1 minus tan 30 into tan 15. Tan 30 into tan 15 I can write it as q. Tan 45 all of us know it's 1. So 1 equals to minus p by 1 minus q, or 1 minus q equals to minus p. Send q to the other side. Q minus p is equal to 1. So this q minus p part is 1. 2 plus 1. Answer will be 3, first option. Is it clear, everybody, please? All of you. So this is your third question of the day. We'll try to do a couple more. Again, some of the roots, product of the roots concepts only we are using. Very simple concepts. Nothing much to, think about. Only thing is, only twist in this question is, we are using a little bit of trigonometry, which is tan of a plus b formula to get the answer. So again, three, similar types of questions. Let's move on to the fourth question. Now, fourth is an infinite series. This is one of the latest questions, 2021 question. So fourth question, now basically I can assume this to be y. So what is y? Y is nothing but 3 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by something. Now if you are observing, y is this logic. Now what about this, guys? What about this part? So y is what? 3 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by something. Now just have a look at this part. If you are observing this part, this again 3 plus 1 by 4 plus something, which is similar to our assumption y, correct? So now I have to take LCM. So what are you getting here? Y equals to 3 plus 1 by, LCM is y. So 4 into y plus 1 whole divided by y we are getting. So again, this y will go up. So 3 by 1 plus y by 4y plus 1 equals to y. Now you can simplify this. So y equals to, LCM will be 4y plus 1. 3 times 4y plus 1 plus y into 1 is nothing but y. So again, send this to the other side. 4y square plus y equals to 12y plus 3 plus y. Now I can cancel 1y and y, but we are getting a quadratic equation. 4y square minus 12y plus 3 minus 12y minus 3 equal to 0. Now you can solve it, right? Minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Everybody. So you can do this, you will get the answer. Is it clear, everybody? All of you? So this is how you can use the method here. What am I observing? The pattern. This is the same pattern as y. So if you do the calculation quickly, 12 plus or minus under root of b square is 144. Minus of minus will be plus. 4 into 4, 16 into 4, 48. By 2 into a is nothing but 8. So, just take it out and simplify. I think you should be getting the answer well. Got it right, everybody? All of you? So, pretty easy, I would say. 192 root So I think you can use 64 into, yeah, 64 times something you'll get. So 64 comes out 8, 8 will get cancelled. This is 1.5. Yeah. I think easily you'll get first option. I think we'll get the answer. Yeah. So very easy again. You see 2021 paper question we are having. Now let's have a look at question number 5. P and Q are two positive numbers such that P plus Q equal to 2, P power 4 plus Q power 4 equal to 272, and P and Q are also roots of equation. So indirectly this P and Q are nothing but alpha and beta. So they gave two types here. They said alpha plus beta is 2, and they also said alpha power 4 plus beta power 4 is 272. Now you have to verify options if these conditions are satisfying. Now what you can do is, first let me try to simplify this alpha power 4 plus beta power 4. How will I write alpha power 4 plus beta power 4? That I can write it as alpha square whole square plus beta square whole square. So this is like a square plus b square. So we know a square plus b square formula is a plus b whole square minus 2ab, correct? So this I can write it as alpha square plus beta square whole square minus 2 alpha square beta square. Now again, alpha square plus beta square, I can use same logic once again. So this I can write it as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta, this part whole square minus of 2 times alpha beta whole square. That value they said it as 272. So alpha plus beta already we know it as 2. So you can just simplify it. So instead of this will be 2 square. 4 minus 2 alpha beta whole square minus 2 times alpha beta whole square is 272. Now you need alpha and beta, that you can verify from options. So can you tell me what is alpha beta in the options? First option, alpha beta is nothing but C by A, correct? So what is C here? Everywhere A is 1, C by A is 2 by 1, so this is 2. First option alpha beta is 2. Second option alpha beta is 8. Third option alpha beta is 136. Fourth option alpha beta is 16. So you can just substitute. First option substitute 2, verify. Second option substitute 8, verify. 136 you substitute and verify. 16 you substitute and verify. So instead of alpha beta you can put all these values, 2 or 8 or 136 or 16. Whatever option is giving you 272, that's the answer. Is it clear everybody? All of you please. So this is how you can do question number 5. Very good question. Again it's the basis of sum of the roots, product of the roots. Here we are using some basic algebra formula. This is the algebra formula. This is the only twist here. How are we writing? Power 4. Power 4 convert to power square. Use square sum of squares formula. And again that squares again use sum of the squares formula. And then we are verifying. So again, Feb 2021 question. You can see here various slots. 2021, lot of questions being asked. So this is how you can do the 5th question. I'm moving on to 6th question. 6th is again 2021. This was shift 1 question, this is shift 2 question. A, B, C are in arithmetic progression. We know that AP condition is 2B equals to A plus C, correct everybody? All of you? AP condition is 2B equals to A plus C, so I am writing that off. Let centroid of the triangle with the vertices is this. What is centroid formula? All of you know centroid formula is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Everybody? So this is like x1 y1, this is like x2 y2, this is like x3 y3. So a plus 2 plus a by 3. What is this? C plus b by 3. This is equal to 10 by 3 comma 7 by 3. Is it clear now, everybody? Now I can use this 3 I can cancel. So 2a plus 2 is nothing but 10. 2a is 8, a value 4. Again here also 3 cancel if we compare these two. C plus 2b is 7, or a C is nothing but 7 minus 2b. Right guys? So C I can write it as 7 minus 2b. A I know value 4. Let me substitute here. So 2b equals to 4 plus 7 minus 2b. Or I can write 4b equals to 11. B value is nothing but 11 by 4. So now I got my A value, B value. That I can substitute here. Now they have said alpha square, beta square minus alpha beta. So again we can use similar to the previous question. Alpha square plus beta square, I can write it as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Again you have one more alpha beta. So we will get basically alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. So what is sum of the roots? Minus b by a. So this will be minus 11 by 4 by a is what? 4 whole square minus 2 times product of the roots is 1 by a. So 1 by what is a value? Again 4. So this you square, simplify, substitute, you will get the answer. Got it everybody? All of you please. So basically they are testing you in arithmetic progression and G centroid. So you just need to know AP formula, you need to know centroid formula. This is G centroid formula if you remember. Centroid of a triangle guys. If you know the vertices, G centroid, x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3, x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So you simplify, you will get the answer. Is it clear everybody? So this is also a medium question. It's not even a difficult question because centroid and AP, all of you are basic. Even an average student is expected to know these two formulas. Is it clear everybody? So this is your question number 20, question number 6. Now I have 3 questions for you to solve. If you want, you can take the screenshots and solve, or I'll be uploading the file in some time in the Telegram group. You can download and solve and let us know the answer in the comments. This is the first question, 7th question. If alpha and beta are the roots, actually I'll do this because this was asked even in 2017 I think, 2017 or 2019, this was asked. If alpha and beta are the roots of x square minus 6x minus 2, last 2 questions I'll give you homework. And an is alpha power n minus beta power n. For n greater than or equal to 1, they are asking you a10 minus 2 times a8 by 3 times a9. So what is a10 basically? That is nothing but alpha power 10 minus beta power 10. So let us write that. Alpha power 10 minus beta power 10. 2 times a8. a8 means instead of n you have to substitute 8. So you'll get alpha power 8 minus beta power 8. And 3 times a9. a9 means alpha power 9 minus beta power 9. So what else can we do? So alpha and beta are the roots of the equation. So if I can substitute alpha and beta, right? So I'll get alpha square minus 6x minus 2 equal to 0. If I substitute beta, it's a root, so that will satisfy basically. Beta square minus 6 beta minus 2 is also equal to 0. Now what I'll do is, since here you have alpha power 8, beta power 8, I'll also make them into alpha power 8, beta power 8. So what will happen here? This I can write alpha power 8 into alpha square minus beta power 8 into beta square. So I'm just splitting the power so that I can take some terms common. 2 times alpha power 8 minus beta power 8. Denominator will be same. 3 times alpha power 9 minus beta power 9. So now what we can do here is, can I take alpha power 8 common? So what will you get if you take alpha power 8 common? If you take alpha power 8 common, what is this? This is alpha square, this coefficient, minus 2 into 1. So minus 2 we will get. Similarly, if you take beta power 8 common, so if you take beta power 8 common, what will happen? Minus beta power 8 you take common. So this will be beta square minus 2 whole divided by 3 times alpha power 9 minus beta power 9. Now what you can do is, have a look at our original equations after substituting root. What is alpha square minus 2? I can send 6 alpha to the other side, right? So alpha square minus 2 is basically 6 alpha. Similarly, beta square minus 2 is nothing but 6 beta. So basically, this part, alpha square minus 2, 6 alpha, beta square minus 2, 6 beta. So I can take 6 common. What will you get? Alpha into alpha power 8 is nothing but alpha power 9. So 6 times alpha power 9 minus beta power 9 I'm getting. Denominator is 3 times alpha power 9 minus beta power 9 I'm getting. Alpha power 9, beta power 9 cancel. 3 goes 2 times. Final answer is 2, option number 3. Sahit, yes, you can use using Newton's formula also, but why do you want to use Newton's formula? This is very easy, right? So you can just take alpha power 8. So this is like alpha power 8. So just take alpha power 8. It's just 1, 2, 3 steps. Got it, everybody? I hope all of you are clear with this. So all I've done is alpha power 10, I write it as alpha power 8 into alpha square. Beta power 10, I can write it as beta power 8 into beta square. I've taken alpha power 8 common first. So you got this. Then I've taken minus beta power 8 common. You got this. Alpha square minus 2, we can know it from our original equation. I'm just sending that 6 alpha to the other side. I'm sending 6 beta to the other side. I'm just substituting. I'll get the answer. So we have done 7 good previous year JEE questions. And 8th question, you can take a note. Again, arithmetic progression question. You can just take a screenshot, or when I send you the file, you can start solving. This is question number 8. Just waiting for a minute. And this is question number 9. Again, same process. I want you to do the same, approach as to how we have done. First, identify the question, break that question down in parts, use our basic x square plus bx plus c equal to 0 formulas, and you can simplify. So yeah, 2 homework questions. And also, last but not the least, I hope you found value in this class. So you can subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon, because we are planning a lot of interesting things on YouTube every day. Apart from YouTube, next week we are having a special workshop, JEE workshop for all JEE aspirants at all our branches, Narayanguda, Medipatnam and ECIL, for all the JEE applicants who are writing JEE. We are having a special workshop where, last minute, all important chapters, previous year questions are going to be discussed. More details will be sent to the students in our WhatsApp group. We are planning a very good, high quality schedule, so that last minute you don't miss out on previous year questions. Just like we have done 7 questions today, we are planning to do at least 20 questions per subject every day in the class, and the rest homework and doubt clarification. So we have picked and identified important chapters which will make you qualify and get a good score for JEE mains. So we are doing that. So all the students are eligible to attend this workshop. We'll send you details and we'll take the registrations opening soon. So last 10-15 days you will have the support for JEE mains 1 for that as well. Apart from that, I think all the students, Spark Academy students, are already doing exercise questions. Already the syllabus is going on at a decent pace. And yeah, so that's more or less what I wanted to discuss in today's session. So any doubts you have, you can download our Spark Academy app. So in our Spark Academy app, in the chat option here, you can ask your doubt, you'll wave. So we are able to see, who all students are asking what all doubts. So you can drop a comment here. So if suppose you have downloaded the app, you can drop the comment and we will be ready to help you and assist you. And if you have any other queries, you can feel free to drop a message to the one of the WhatsApp numbers. So 8977-525-461 is our official WhatsApp number. So we have more or less I wanted to discuss this. So I hope all of you have followed this session. Yes, please, everybody. I hope all of you have followed the 7 models which we have done. I'm sure if you have understood this, you can solve most of the questions in the exercise. Only number of solutions type is remaining, which I'm planning to discuss in the next session when we discuss. So YouTube quick sharp sessions, whatever are the important things we're going to discuss. In our classes, we are going to discuss in even more depth, especially in the JEE workshop which we are conducting. So yeah, so thanks everyone for joining. I hope you found value in today's session. I'll be again connecting with you all with brand new sessions soon. Thank you. Please take care and all the very best for JEE exam. Feel free to connect with